What's up, everybody? I wanted to give you a quick update on the pound Kiwi, pound New Zealand dollar. Basically, I got in this trade on my long-term account, but also decided to get in on my small account. This particular account, I take money out, once a week or every 2 weeks or so. And the reason I got in is because I am doing a series with my Facebook group in beginning trading, understanding that, even if you don't have a lot of capital funds to get you going in the market, you still can trade even on a busy schedule. I've been in this trade for some time now. I actually got out, re-entered on my small account. I stayed in on my larger account from the very beginning, which was right in this section here. Basically, we might be in this thing for a little bit until I find a reason to get out. I'm staying in. But let's take a look at it on my triple arrow system so we can see exactly how it's going on. Got a couple positions here, which is nice. Triple arrows came in. We at the bottom of the channel, we have a breakout, which is awesome. It's typical of many patterns, and we can get in this thing and ride it out. It might come up here, it might drop back down. Either way, I got certain parameters in place to alert me if there's going to be any major change, and I'll get out. Currently, I'm up about 180 pips on this one, I believe. Let's double check. No, this one is above 285. Cool beans. It is what it is. But I have multiple accounts going, so I can't keep up. I entered. Sometimes you got in at one position, and then by the time I got to the other one, the market was moving, it was doing its thing. This is simplicity. Simplicity hasn't really gave me a entry yet, but we were in the buy zone, which alerted me in the first place. Once I saw that we was in the buy zone, which was back here, this was in July, and I said, okay, I got to figure this out, because I already know if we in the buy zone and we bounce in the buy zone, there's a good chance that we're going to have a pullback, a reversal. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, it took a while, but I made a video some time ago in July alerting of this potential pair doing a reversal, and it did just that. So I've been in it for a while, and I'm going to stay in it, but this is the daily time frame. So just so we're clear, you can trade even a small account on the daily time frame when you know your strategy, when you know that your signals are strong. Okay, not saying you can't have a loss, but I am saying that in 1 or 2 trades within a month or so could get you the boost you need to start increasing your lot size and to start working from there. That's if you're just trading the daily. If you're doing anything else, trading the 4 hour, the 1 hour, whatever, then you might end up having a few more losses in between there. But again, as long as you are confident in your trading strategy, then you will win more than you lose. Bottom line. As you can see, I don't even have a take profit nor a stop loss here. All right. And I haven't had it since the beginning on any one of my positions. And the reason for that is because I was confident in the trade. And I don't recommend that for anybody being new to trading. But I do believe that once you are confident in your strategy, you don't necessarily have to have it. I tend to put it in there when I know I'm going to be away from the computer for a while, maybe a day or two, and I'm only looking at it through the phone. And I don't want to have to be messing around with my phone. I'm not really that fast with putting in stops and all that mess from your phone. I don't really care to do that. Now, basically what I'm seeing here is a pullback from today's high. So I'm going to stay in and I'm going to see what's going to happen. I mean, that's really where we're at. The average trader will look at this and like, oh no, I'm losing a couple of pips. When you're looking at it on the daily time frame, this thing can run for weeks. It could. You got to get it in your mind that this thing could be running for a month, 2 months, maybe up to 6 months or so. I've been in a trade where it didn't close out for 7 months, and I just took multiple positions, and I rolled in that direction because I knew I was in that trade. It was doing so well. I just kept taking little trades in that direction. So I would trade for my other account in that direction. So I will only look at that signal going in that direction. That's very important if you really want to make money trading Forex and you're looking at the larger time frame, doing your top-down analysis, And if you're already in a trade on a daily, then like, hold up, I wouldn't do a pullback. I don't care if that trade, let's say we're going long like here, and that trade ends up going down, going short 400, 200 pips. I still wouldn't take the trade. I will only take the trade when I see a breakout in the direction of my overall trend. All right. And now unless that trade direction reversed, then that's when you got to look at exiting that trade and then now looking at going short in the marketplace. You just got to know the difference. And that's practice. That takes time for you to figure out if this is something that you want to do and if that's the trade you want to take. And if you lose that trade, I suggest you keep a trade journal and properly analyze the reason for losing that trade. Did you follow all the rules? Did you exit too early or too late? What happened? So you can begin to compile a plan for getting away from those type of trades, getting away from those type of setups that you can't seem to grasp whether or not it's going to be a successful trade or high probability trade. All right. So basically, you got to be able to do trial and error. You know, whether you're in a demo account or you trade in a small account, you still have to do trial and error. You got to figure yourself out, because one thing we know for certain is a lot of these indicators, a lot of these systems, they actually do work, but it takes a certain type of person to trade those systems. And you got to be well aware of that. You got to figure out for yourself. I don't recommend trying to learn everything in Forex. Why? Because the more I learn the tools and the indicators and all this other stuff, the less I was able to trade effectively. So I had to go back and unlearn this stuff, meaning I had to learn to not try to implement it while I'm trading live. And that's important. So why waste time going through all this stuff where I'm doing the very bare minimum now? I start off my day looking at a naked chart. Then I mark my lines where I might meet potential resistance, where I may see the market moving towards where's the price action, where's the next pivot level. I do all that. I try to focus on just the bare minimum first to help me figure out where do I see this market going. Then I'll go to my tools and I'll say, hey, okay, this is also confirming that this is definitely due to it's definitely due for a pullback or a reversal of some sort. Now, can I get a few pips out of that? Possibly. But I have many ways of getting into the market, but I only try to focus on a handful because you don't need that many to be profitable in the marketplace. I mean, let's just do the math. If you decide to have an account, matter of fact, let me bring up the calculator. All right. Well, we're going to start off with three standards. That's $30 a pip. And if you got $30 a pip, you know what? Let me just back up because we're really looking at the grand scheme of things. So $600 a day, right? It's a lot easier to do when you have three standards, obviously. But $600 a day, and we're going 4 days a week. 4 days a week on average, $2,400. Let's go ahead and do 4 times a month, $9,600. I mean, just think about that. You know, there's many ways to go about it, of course, but this is the way I look at it, where, you know, you get your account up to a certain level, you compounding and you're growing it over and over again. All the while you're taking out a little bit of money or whatever. I do recommend withdrawal. You're not profitable until you withdraw. So please, if you're making money and you got past a certain threshold, let's say $1,200, $1,800, whatever, take out a few dollars. Just do it. You know, you probably can put it back later or not, but take out a few dollars, get it in your hand, so you can realize that. You know, a lot of this trading that's going on, especially as a retail trader, is mental. You have to be able to see the potential of you saying, okay, I'm gonna let go of that day job. I'm gonna focus on trading, 100%. And the only way that's going to happen is if you can see as well as feel that you can make money in this market. All right. So $9,600 a month, you pretty much can say you're a 6-figure trader, right? Okay. Well, if that being said, and you're got a small account, you got $100, $200, $500, whatever, and you want to ensure that you're going to be making some money, then a daily time frame can work for you. All right. Again, this is triple arrow, but we have simplicity that pretty much does the same thing. You can make adjustments where it can alert you earlier. Mine is not. Mine's more conservative, so I don't have the alert. But I don't really follow triple arrows like that anyway, because simplicity is more custom than the original system. So once I know we're in the buy zone, that's my alert. That's really all I need. So I can then make a decision for myself as to if we stay in this buy zone, if it does what it need to do, then I know I'm finding a reason to get in. All right. That's very important. So bottom line is, if you want to be a real trader and make actual money in this market, then you need to look at the daily time frame. I trade the daily maybe twice a month, maybe. Sometimes it might be once a month. However, when I find a trade, I go big and I leave it alone. So again, for this example, you can start off with just 10 cents a pip and you can trade. You know, if you're afraid of that risk, what you could be risking in that trade, then 10 cents a pip is right up your alley. But stay in the trade. See what the trade is going to do over time, and get to know the feeling of what the up and downs is all about. All right. Do not get out until you can see that your confirmations are lining up for entering, and then your confirmations are lining up for exiting. All right. This is where people make the most amount of money, trading from the daily time frame. So this is a good move. I trust that you're going to be able to realize some profits in a short amount of time. You know, actually, I guess it can't be that short. We're talking about the daily time frame, right? But like I said earlier, I do take trades in that direction from my other account. So if I'm in this trade going bullish like we are right now, I've already taken one trade so far since being in this trade going long as well. You know, if you see a signal, otherwise I'm just gonna let it ride. I got too many things got going on. But this is why you trade from the daily as well. You don't really have to babysit the trade. You can go in, you can be in multiple positions. I like to be in multiple accounts, separate accounts, and, you know, make sure that you're making money all the way around. Have a long-term account where the funds are going to stay in there no matter what. That's going to be funding my retirement. I got another account where it's my intraday account. That money I takes out, is between this account and another account where they're technically intraday, where I take out money as needed. Then I have a swing account that I'll trade on the old system from arrow to arrow, and I still do that. All right, that's very important to me because it has been so profitable. And I mean, you might hear a lot of people say, hey, indicators may not be, you know, the thing. I don't really want to trade indicators. I think it's to each his own. I won't crap on anybody else's trading style, because I too love trading without indicators. That's a must. I actually still do that. I look at my charts first. I come in, I say, hey, I got to make that determination myself. And you're going to find that you're going to need a balance between looking at a system and looking at the charts by itself. All right. That's very important. I even, especially when I'm drawing my trend lines and stuff, I break it all the way down to the lines, doing the line graph and making sure that I can see clearly where potential touch points are. All right. And then from there, I go back to my candlesticks and I say, okay, now I need to know candle formation. So I'll know, especially on a larger time frame, if we got a doji, if we got pin bars, if we got a potential reversal in the market, bearish, bullish, engulfing candles, come on. And if they're in the right place, you definitely know on a daily, they're going to perform. They're going to give you what you deserve. All right. People, this is a very good way to get into the market if you are new to trading. This is something that I implore you. If you don't understand what's going on and how to trade the markets, you're not interested in paying a lot of money for all these different systems and stuff like that, then come over there to the Facebook group. Let's have a dialogue. If you want to come over, I do expect you to actually participate, because we're here to help you make money. And if you are timid about asking the questions necessary for you to learn, then we're not going to grow. Also have the Super Easy Forex. They have their groups over there that I love being a part of, where people really are active and are participating. There's a lot of knowledge out here for you, and it doesn't really cost an arm and a leg. However, if you cannot fund your account, right away. That's okay. But please be aware that it takes money to make money. So you can't be in this industry if you don't have any money. You need to go to get some, and let's get this thing started. That's the same way I had to get started when I blew my first 4 accounts. You know, $200 there, $400 there, $200 there. It was crazy. I was getting mad, and I was like, what is going on? But now, you know, when you realize your mistakes and you change those, it took a while though. You get rid of those habits and you start focusing on just one strategy, one method. Then you start saying, well, my account is growing now. It took about 3 weeks, but it's growing. Now, all of a sudden, things start to click. Now my account is growing weekly. Now my account is booming. And I got certain periods out of the year where I just don't trade. I stay out because I've been trading long enough to know who I am trading in these markets. And I recognize that those are my downfalls. Certain weeks out of the year, I just stay away. All right. When others are staying away from the market, I'm technically still trading because I notice I can make money when they're not making money. That's why the groups are so important. You can see how people are being successful, how they're utilizing their strategy within this system. We all can win. You just got to figure out for yourself what is the psychology and how you bring the psychology to this market, because the market can, you know, have you blow your account. So come on over to the Facebook group. I'd love to have a dialogue with you and do my best to assist you with your Forex journey. Let's do this. You know, one thing I know for certain with 2020 we're in the middle now of 2020, we still need to take massive action so we don't get left behind. Because one thing I know for certain is time still moves forward, and this time next year you can be saying, I wish I could have, would have, and we don't want that. So come over and let's talk about how you can become a profitable Forex trader. Peace.